Hello, and in this video I'm going to show you how to assemble a National Nucleus brood box. So in your packet you will have two outside walls with your rebating, two fairly short inside walls, and you will have two pairs of locking bars. You'll have two beveled, which are the bottom ones, and two rebated ones, which are the top. Then you'll have one pair of runners, all pre-drilled, and the ever important packet of nails as well. So first things first, we take our outside walls and we mark it with a marking gauge. Now this is set at 7/16 of an inch. So just mark it like so. So just short of half an inch. And we mark the tops. I use a marking gauge, but you're more than welcome to use a pen if it's easier. Purpose of this line is that it acts as a gauge so that your runners on the inside walls do not go above it. So for the next part we take the small walls, so we take your metal runners and we position this nice and equal, pull it down, and we punch these brass nails into the holes. And we just pop these like so. So there you have two outside walls that are now ready to be put together. And pop some glue, a bead of glue, into each of these rebates. Now this does not actually come with your kit, this comes separately. It can be supplied separately from the shop. So I've not actually put it anywhere near the line. So what I've then got to do is to offer up this wall here with the runner near the mark. And the same with this one. So I sort of level it up and just nicely push it in. Just pop a bead of glue on top of each of these walls here now, like so. So what I'm looking at is those lines that I scribed in earlier to the outside walls, the big ones with the marking gauge. I'm making sure that the runner is below that line. This is what's known as your B space. The two pairs of locking bars that we've now got, two beveled, two rebated, so one rebate, one bevel per side. The rebate, the biggest one, always goes at the top, and they should just very nicely fit in. Sometimes they can be a little bit tight, which isn't exactly a bad thing. So your two bevel ones go at the bottom, and it's always important to know that this little rebate here at the bottom of the bevel one obviously goes to the bottom. As you can see, these two lines here, the metal runner top is just slightly below them. Okay, that's how it wants to be. With a brood body, this is the top here facing me. In your pack you will have some 2-inch lost head nails. I'm just going to mark out where they go. They basically go along the rebate that you put your bead of glue in. So you've got 4 of these. That is how you're going to nail all 4 of these sides, making sure that the runners are in position with the line that we mentioned earlier. Now this one at the bottom, I tend to angle it upwards slightly, and the reason I do that is quite simply because the inside wall is a little bit short. Next thing is to turn it round and do exactly the same on the opposite side. So next thing to do is to put one of these 2-inch nails, lost head nails, which are in your pack, and put them into each of the 4 tenons holding the locking bars together. Sometimes it always helps just to get your nail point up, just tap the end of it, and that basically prevents the wood from splitting. So what I do is I pop it, as you can see, like so, and angle it slightly outwards, and this pulls that locking bar hopefully a little bit tighter towards that outside wall. I'm going to punch these 4 in. You've got 3 sides nailed up. I'm just going to make sure that it's square, and that is actually perfectly square as well. Exactly the same as I've done on the other side. The next task is to take your 1.5" lost head nails, which you should have a few of those in your pack. We're going to pin there and here as well. Now, as you can see, that pin is aiming to go into that lip there, and we do that top and bottom. 4 of these nails are required, 2 top, 2 bottom. So I'm just going to punch all of these nails in now. So that is all 12. So turning it round and doing it on the opposite side now. Now I sometimes angle the top ones and angle them in, just to make sure it doesn't split. The next thing we do, we've got 6 nails to pinch in each end, and this holds the inside wall to the locking bars. We use the 1.5" lost head nails again with these. So I angle that slightly upwards. Ideally, I would put it as close as you can to the metal runner. And the moment of truth is when you check underneath and make sure that nothing has come through underneath there. And you do exactly the same thing, top and bottom on each end. Tend to keep them in line with the brass escutcheon pins in the holes, but the only problem is that on each end you've got big nails coming in around about where you put in these, so the end ones always have to be in a little bit further. And I just turn that round and do it again. So once you've done that, that is your completed National Nucleus Brood Body. So when it comes to assembling your National Nucleus hive, it's fairly straightforward and it's very easy to do. You've got your floor and you take your brood body or brood box and place it onto the floor like so. Entrance block in the front. Next you have your frames that go inside the brood box, and then once you've put your frames in, you have your nucleus crown board, and finally you take your roof, and your roof just quite simply sits atop your hive, and that is your completed assembled nucleus hive.